Hey guys, just driving home from the movie theater. I actually just saw that new Formula One movie with Brad Pitt. It was pretty good, fun movie. I've been having an issue with my front brakes past little while. So they had been squeaking, replaced the front pads and rotors. That got rid of the squeak, that's all that was. But since then I've noticed this other, it's hard to describe, it's like a metallic, almost like a train chugga chugga chugga, and you hear it when, not all the time, but it happens quite a bit, and it's when I'm slowing down. Never when the brake is completely, like close to entirely pressed. Usually it is sort of when you're easing on the brake, easing into a stop. I don't know if the video is picking it up right now. I'll listen back to this later and see if you can hear it or not, as I was just slowing down there. I might try and get some better audio clips where I hold the microphone a little closer to, it always sounds like it's coming from the front left too. So anyways, pads and rotors redone, this new issue started. Redid the pads and rotors, seeing if they were, maybe not installed properly, and this issue has persisted. So I'm going to do a bit more investigating, see if we can diagnose what the problem is, and if we get you can hear it right now. I don't know if you can hear it. And if the if we can get it fixed, then I'll record it, and hopefully, if anyone out there, any other Chevy Cruze, first generation Cruze owners out there experience the same issue, this will help you guys hopefully find a resolution too. So stay tuned. Okay, so I'm still driving home here. It's making the sound kind of pretty bad on this drive, so I think I'm actually gonna see if I can get a better audio clip of it for the video here. I'm gonna pull onto a side street here, and I'll hold my phone out the window because it's the front driver's side that always seems to be making it. It seems to be where it's originating from. So I'm gonna pull off onto a side street once I get away from traffic a little bit, and I'll see if I can stop in such a way that it really sort of fires up the noise. So let's see if I can do that right here. So hopefully that caught it. I think it should have. So that's that, and stay tuned. Hopefully this video continues and I end up finding a solution. All right, thank you. Okay, so we're just out here. We're gonna be taking the wheel off. We're gonna get in there and take a closer look at the whole braking mechanism. We know the issues coming from the front driver's side wheel. We can tell that by hearing it. Always make sure when you're taking off your wheel or putting it back on, you always want to make sure you loosen and tighten the lug nuts in that star pattern, making sure that you don't get it too off kilter or whatever. So we're going to take a close look here. We're going to look inside the caliper, see if anything needs to be lubricated any better, see if there's any bushings or anything that are not exactly where they interacting with the other parts the way they should be, and hopefully we can find something. Okay, we're here with Ben. He's helping me out today. He's my car guru, and he helps with a lot of the more complicated repairs and that kind of thing that we encounter. So he's helping me with this one, and Ben's giving it kind of his inspection now that we have access to the braking components. And Ben, what kind of things are you looking for here?
So just basically anything visual that I can see up front. So just taking a look at all the bushings, all the ball joints to see if there's any like wear or ripping of the different like rubber components. And I can see right off the bat here, so your tie rod end is completely off.
And you want to explain what that means for the viewers?
So your tie rod end will basically connect the tie rod, which is this piece of metal, between both wheels. So it's I would say pretty critical. I wouldn't say critical component in the suspension, but you know, a significant component in the suspension. Essentially keep your wheels, both wheels on the ground as you're turning. I don't know. That may explain.
And where's that supposed to? Where's that loose end supposed to?
So this piece, because we have it jacked up, everything's a little bit off kilter, but this bottom portion here should be attached to this. And you see it's
gotcha
right off here,
right? And that's that rubbery end to it.
So that may explain what Kurt is experiencing with his braking. Especially when he's turning, because we noticed that when we did the drive, as he was braking and turning, that noise was more pronounced.
Right.
So,
anything else here before I stop filming this segment?
I mean, the brakes, they look pretty good right now.
Yeah, the pads and the rotors were. The front pads and rotors were just redone about a month ago.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll keep taking a look here and stay tuned and see what we find. All right, we think we might have found something here that could be our culprit. Ben, do you want to?
Yeah. So if we take a look at here. I just kind of spin the rotor here. Take a look at the change in the clearance between the rotor and the
big difference.
And that little part there.
Yeah,
so
it really.
Something tells me either this rotor is warped, or it's not seated flush with the hub.
And what would it be seated to? The wheel hub being this big. Assembly back here.
Yeah, so basically this piece here.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna take apart the rotor here. I think we got what are those E-bits, your E-Torx screws, or
like the T star-shaped ones or whatever. Yeah.
And then we're gonna take this caliper bracket off, and we'll have a closer look.
Gotcha. Let's do it. Okay, so we got the rotor off here. I know I'm not showing exactly all the step-by-step of the disassembly of the whole braking mechanism. If you ever want to do your brakes or do this kind of inspection, there's lots of other helpful YouTube videos that kind of have that detailed instruction, whereas I'm kind of focusing on the diagnosis of my particular problem here. But anyways, so we're looking at the sort of facing of the wheel hub, giving that a little inspection. Ben, what's your expert opinion on this one?
So just taking apart the rotor. Just looking at the condition of the wheel hub. There's rust there, but not enough rust to make a real difference to make it wobbly. So just based on just seeing that, my conclusion would have to be that this rotor here, the rotor, I keep saying that, the one that's brand new, it's warped.
Alright, so we're pretty sure that the issue is the sort of the wobbly rotor, and we're gonna, there's not much we can do tonight aside from just putting it all back together nicely. And it was actually, one of the lug nuts was actually torqued super tightly. We really had to put all of our effort into breaking that one. So we don't know if that might have been contributing to this, but we're just gonna put it all back together now and see if we can get it all flush and true on there. If maybe that'll make it run, spin truer and on its proper axle. If it continues to be an issue, then maybe we we look at the rotor itself, or whether I have to get a new one or that kind of thing. That all sound right, Ben?
Yeah.
And then anything else you want to say to the viewers or your family or friends or whatever who might be watching at home?
I am by no means a professional.
He accepts no liability for anyone who tries any of his recommendations or whatever. Neither do I. But yeah, I know it's good to have the first video of my the expert guest series, and the whole channel, Kurt of All Trades. The point is that I kind of know a little bit about everything, but I have a lot of family and friends who know a lot more about a lot of these things than I do, so it's good to call in their expertise and learn from them, and hopefully I get to do more of that in the future too. So thanks for coming on tonight, Ben.
My pleasure.
Okay, so we're out here. We just put everything back together. Oh, look at that! There's a big there was a big storm earlier. There's a big fallen tree. I'll see if I can get this on the video. A big fallen tree from all the wind earlier that I'm gonna have to navigate around here. So we're out here. We have everything put back together. We're out for a test drive, and so far so good on the noise. So basically, in summary, the issue was the wobbly, off-kilter rotor. I'm cautiously optimistic that everything seems quiet so far, but we'll see. We put everything back together. We made sure everything was lubed up and just sort of all the things you want to do. And the one other thing worth mentioning was that one lug nut that was on there really tight that we really had to break. It's possible, Ben, you were saying that was on there so tight that was like, you know, like pushing that part of the sort of the rotor or the wheel hub in farther and making everything not spin true.
Yeah, so this time we torqued everything to spec, so everything's even, and so far so good. I have my fingers crossed that it doesn't come back, the noise there, but you never know.
Yeah, so and there's been times, like I think I mentioned this before, where I'd be out driving for even like a whole day and it wouldn't do it. So the fact that it's being good now doesn't mean that, you know, I'm in the clear for sure, but it might, and we're optimistic. So, and then if it does start again, then I think we go back to looking at the rotor itself.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe hitting it with a micrometer or whatever you called it and seeing if the rotor itself is true, and possibly having to buy and install a new one if there is anything wrong with it. But again, as of right now, it looks like I might be back in business, and I want to thank Ben for his help tonight and coming on the show. And you know, you're welcome back anytime. And thanks to everyone for watching. Any questions or whatever, make sure you let us know in the comments. So thanks again, Ben.
No problem.
Okay. Bye.